Tuesday. We are back with another coloring page. Let me get a good angle here. Alrighty. So this is by Bobbi Goods. Love their work. We've done a few in the weeks prior, like this, and we are back with even more cozy winter scenes. I'm very excited for this, so let me do a quick Q&A. Have you seen, if I can type, have you seen my Vlogmas? Question mark. Let's make it red and festive, and I'll pop it over here. Alrighty, so let's just get into it. We have a light source here from the candle, and then of course the window. But I also really want to focus on shadows in this image, so we will do that as well. But first of all, let's just get started with the candle here. I'm going to go in with Dandelion, and with candles I like to color in the flame, and then I do a little circle around it just to help with that illuminating glow. And then I like to do highlights wherever that candle flame would be showing on. So the window right here, on the frame, maybe some on the pillow. Let's do a bit more up here, on the window frame. And let's do a little bit on the blanket. So not too much from the candle, however, of course we have the window, and I was kind of debating on what to do for that, because I do want to keep us pretty warm, but I also want to keep it pretty natural. So I'm going to go in with a light blue. This is periwinkle. So anywhere where the window light would be shining, I'm just imagining that it's like an overcast day, so we're not getting too much sunshine in here. Just a little bit over here and maybe on the curtain. And on the curtain up here. And on the windowsill. So not too much from that either. Hello! Yes I did. This is what the page originally looks like. Very boring in my opinion. So I like to first draw it with pencil, and then I go over it with these little markers right here. They're from the dollar store, so very affordable. But yeah, I just like to do my own coloring pages so I can actually enjoy what I color. But let's get to work on the shadows here. I'm going to pick a nice deep purple. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And hello, Nina. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm going to go in with violet purple here, and I'm going to start creating some shadows. So especially anywhere where that window light is not reaching. So behind the little critter here, making sure to slowly ombre that out so it isn't too harsh. Down here on the lower part of the cushion. And I'm not pressing too hard. Just slowly filling that in. And then just a little bit over here. Hello! Yes, I love to color as well. It is so, so fun. Do you like to color with crayons or colored pencils or markers? And then we're getting over here in the bookshelf, which is going to have a lot of shadows. So just slowly filling that in. And let's do a little bit on these pillows here too. And behind the little dog. I like to color with crayons and colored pencils. My whole entire room is almost filled with arts and crafts. Well, lucky you! That sounds so fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Do a little bit of shadow up here. And then of course we have everything down here, but I'm gonna try and focus in one area at once. So right under the windowsill. And slowly ombre this out. And under the pillow. Behind the pillow here. On the curtains especially. Don't want to make those look too flat. Thank you so much. And hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to the week. Let's add a bit more shadow behind here. And then finish off the curtains. Hello, hello, welcome. The curtains are looking pretty good. I think I'm just going to add a bit more shadow up top here. Thank you so much. How am I? I'm doing pretty okay. How is everyone doing on this fine Tuesday? I'm just going to slowly and carefully blend this out. Give a nice ombre. Thank you. And I'm very glad to hear that. Let's start working on the window frames here. It's frozen outside. I'm from Tennessee and I have cerebral palsy. Oh gosh. It is snowing here too. But I hope you are able to stay comfy and cozy and warm. Is it snowing for a lot of you guys too? It looks like a snow globe out my window right now. And let's do a bit over here by the cookie tray. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it is snowing. I hope everyone is able to go enjoy the snow. I still need to go sledding. I have not gone sledding in probably 5 years and I really want to go. Just adding shadows to the curtain here. And like how we did on the other side, I'm just gonna get the corner, the upper corner. It's always difficult to color on the edge of the page. It always catches the crayon. And then the wall up here, let's do a little bit. Alrighty, let's work some more on the window frame. I want to do a lot of dark wood tones in this, especially for the window frame and seating slash storage. I feel like that'd be pretty cool to do. Alrighty, and now we just gotta get down here with the shadows. Hello, hello. Let's see. Let's focus mainly on the corners, I guess. I don't want to do too much. No, a little bit over here. And then on the lower part. Okay. Oh, the blanket and the critter. Completely forgot. Okay. Going very, very lightly with the purple. On the little paws here. I'm staying warm and I'm wearing my comfy hoodie. No bottoms underneath my warm blankie. And I'm comfortable as well with my booty there as a little toddler, even though I'm 32. Well, that's wonderful. You sound very cozy for sure. Alrighty, I don't want to go too overboard with the shadows here. So I think we're good for now. Okay. Wow, lots of purple. I have a February birthday too. Let's go. We're almost there. Happy early birthday. Okay, so with the hardware here, we have some handles and handles there. I think I want to do silver, so let me find my silver. Here we go. It has a nice chrome finish to it. So I'm just going to color the handles. I don't know if you can quite tell, but it does have a little bit of shine to it. And up here. And I think that's good for now. Okay. I do just want to get the outside done with. So let's start with that. Let's find a nice pine green. Let's see here. What can we do? Tropical rainforest, jungle green. Where's my pine green? There we go. Okay. Here we have pine green. I can fall asleep in your live. Well, thank you. I always try to keep it relaxing. Sweet. Well, happy early birthday to you. Going in with pine green for the pine tree. Just going in with a light hand, doing swirling motions. And then let's find a nice brown for the tree trunk here. I don't have too many cool tone browns, like I really don't have any at all, so let's try to find a blue. Let's see here. What if we did indigo for the tree trunk? And then we have that little house out there. And I'm going to wait on that just so I can kind of coordinate those colors to what I'm doing inside. So let's just get started on all of the wood in this image. Let me find some good browns to use. Thank you so much. Good night to you. I hope you have a restful night. Just finding some good browns to use. Okay. So let's start with the deepest tone, which is sepia. We use sepia very often. I'm going to go right over everywhere where I did purple, just to really deepen up that color. And over here. I'm not using too much pressure, just so that the purple still peeks through a bit. And then up here. And as I get towards the bottom of the window, I'm going to use even less pressure so I can blend that into a bit of a lighter tone. I think I'm going to use a bit of a lighter tone, which is raw sienna. And I'm actually going to start that right on top of where I started to lift up with my pressure, just so that it can blend in nicely. And then just filling in the rest of the window frame. And then the windowsill as well. Alrighty, that looks pretty good in my opinion. Okay, I do want to add a lot of green in this, like a lot of green. So I think I want to do green drapes, a green candle, green plant, and maybe some green pillows and books. So I'm excited. Alrighty. But let's continue with the rest of the wood here. I have a bit of a warmer tone, more red. It's just straight up brown. And I'm going to use that for the storage slash seating down here. And I'm gonna use this just for that outer portion, not the drawer itself. I'm gonna rotate this so it's easy for me to color in. And then down here as well. Alright. Oh, there's also a little bit on top that I missed. I thought that was a part of the cushion. But no, let's fill that in. And I think I'm gonna go on top of that a little tiny sliver with some purple to really deepen that up. Oops, I'm dropping crayons. And then going back in with violet purple, right on that tiny sliver on top, I'm just going to use medium to heavy pressure just to really deepen that up and create a nice shadow. And then just a little bit up here, because I feel like the window light would kind of be shining over here. That should be good. And then we will continue with the wood. I'm going to go in with that darker color, sepia, for that inner part of the box, the drawer, I mean. This is not what I used. Wait, why does that look so green now? Okay, I don't know. We're just going to continue with it. rest of the drawers. I definitely want to do more like wintry coloring pages. I just need to find some good ones. And I do love a very detailed image, but I just feel like I spend a lot of time on these. And yes, it is worth it to me, but it's just that I do these on stream to also get watch hours. And I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. I try to keep them entertaining. Hello. And one more little tiny drawer, and then we can move on. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Pardon me. I definitely want to use this more. It's a weird brown. But I definitely want to use more of this. I think I will do those drawers or cabinets up here, I should say. So let's just get that over with. Okay, this is how we're looking so far. Let me grab more of that warmer tone here, which is just regular brown. And I'm gonna do the rest of the woodwork over here, going right over the purple that we did. I'm glad this is relaxing. And as I go inside of the bookshelf here, I'm just going to go in with a really light hand. And carefully get around the plant. Okay, that looks pretty good. I do want to start coloring in all of that green. So let's find a nice planty green. How about tropical rainforest for this snake plant? Or maybe it's a spider plant. I don't know. And then I'm going to do a little bit of that on the pine tree out here. And then I definitely want to do more warm tones. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I have 4 warm green colors that I can do. For the curtains, the drapes, let's make them bold. I'm gonna go in, wait, pine green. That looks very warm, but then it was that color. So hold on. Maybe I will do this on top of the shadows. And then I'll go in with another warmer green to fill in the rest. I feel like that'll look good. Hello, hello, I do remember you. Welcome back. I'm glad to have you back. And then up here in the corner, just to give a little bit of dimension, this pine green on top of the violet purple is beautiful. Just kind of ombreing this out. And then behind the little puppy dog. And then over here as well, going right over all of the purple shadowing that I did. And then behind the pillows. And up here. Wow. I just looked out my window. The snowflakes are so big, they look like, gosh, I don't know. What's a good size comparison here? Okay, my little eraser critter. That is how big the snowflakes look. Wow. How magical. Okay. Back to coloring. Thank you very much. It's always difficult to color on the corners because it gets caught on the edge of the paper. And since there's going to be a lot of green and a lot of brown in this image, there isn't too much of the actual wall, so I don't know what color to make that. I'm open to any recommendations. Alrighty, the curtains have been colored, at least with the shadow part. I'm going to go in here with asparagus, which is a much warmer green, and I'm going to go right on top of all that to help blend it in. And this will fill in any of those highlights, and it'll really make the color pop. And the before and after. I'm thinking for some of the pillows, just to get, another color in here, I'll do like a nice burgundy maroon color, or some kind of variation of that. Alrighty. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I do want to use the same asparagus green for some of the books along here, just to continue with that color throughout here. Okay, I have an idea for this. I'm going to go with a really heavy hand here, and then I will slowly let up. Maybe it's like a little collection of books, I don't know. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go in with this really light mossy green, which is olive green, for this candle down here. And using that same green, I'm also gonna do the first pillow that is behind the dog, and then the rest I will do with that burgundy maroon color. Okay, let's find some good shades to use. I don't want to do like a lipstick red. Let's see what we can do. Maybe a touch of brown. Let's find a good purple. How about this guy here? So I have these three colors, very similar in tone. I'm gonna start with this one here, which is red violet. Let's do that on the pillow behind the dog. And then over here, let's go in with maroon. Let's do that on the front pillow. This is pretty much like a brick red. Very, very pigmented. And then I'm going to go over that with chestnut, which is a very red brown, just to kind of tone it down a little bit and to fill in any of those sparse areas. And then I think I'm going to do a mix of that purple and the brown for the pillow behind here. So going in with red violet. And this pillow also has little tassels. Pardon me. Then going on top of that with chestnut, just very lightly to kind of switch up the tone. think that looks very cozy. I think I also want to use a touch of maroon for the little sleeping hat. Cannot think of the proper word, but nightcap? I don't know. And I will try to avoid those little polka dots as best I can. Alrighty, and I'm gonna leave the rest of the hat white for now. I might do something different. I don't know. There are some cookies here. So let's go in with raw sienna. Maybe these are chocolate chip or oatmeal. Who knows? I'm also going to go back in with silver, which is what I used for the handles on the cabinets. And I'm just going to color in the tray just to continue that color throughout the drawing. And then we have a little mug and a plate. I might leave the plates white because we have a plate under the cookie, under the mug, and under the candle. So I might leave those white, but for the mug itself, let's do maroon for the heart. This very tiny heart. There we go. And then for the mug itself, I don't know. I definitely want to color this cute little puppy dog here. Let's do some nice, I guess, like terracotta tones. We have tan and burnt sienna. Let's go in with burnt sienna, which is slightly darker. We'll do that for the ears and the paws. Let's do the nose too. Can't see the ear on that side. The little paws down here. And yes, I know there's only 3 toes. Oh well. And then I'm going to go in with tan, which is slightly lighter in tone. And I'm going to color in the rest of the fur. And then I'll have to figure out what color to do for the blanket here. I don't know if I should make the blanket green or the rest of the cushion. Alrighty. I think I'm actually going to go in with burnt sienna, which is the slightly darker tone, and I'm going to apply heavy pressure for the pop back here to make it look like it's terracotta. Alrighty, then I also have the rest of the cabinetry to do, and I have this nice sandy, kind of muddy looking color, and that is tumbleweed. I'm just going to color in those tiny spaces that are left. Alrighty, let me put away some of these colors. I have a lot going on here. Let's just put away some of the browns. And then for the cushion, I think I will make that green as well. Let's see. Did we do forest green? I don't think so. I think I'm going to do a mix of olive green and forest green for the cushion. So let's go in with the deeper color, which is forest green. Anywhere where I did shadows with the purple color, just to help deepen up that tone and everything. And behind the pillows. Right under the windowsill. And over here. Then we're going to go in with that lighter shade, which is olive green. Whoops, olive green. And let me move those crayon boxes. I'm going to go right on top of that to blend in that tone, and then this will be the highlight for the rest of the cushion. And then over here, alrighty, I think that looks so cute. Okay, I realized I did not do the bottom of the windowsill, so let's see if I can remember what color I used. Let's go in with sepia, which is a deeper brown, and carefully fill this in. So I think with that little house out there, I'm gonna go in with chestnut, which is a really warm tone brown. Let's do that for the roof and then maybe the door. And I'm gonna use very little pressure. And then the rest of the house, let's go in with tumbleweed. Alrighty. And there are a few snowy hills, and I do want to add a little bit of dimension for that. So I think I'm gonna grab this very grayish blue, which is Wild Blue Yonder. And I'm gonna do that. Let's do it on the far side of each hill, if that makes sense. And then I'll slowly kind of blend that out. And over here. And let's do it right up against the house. I think that looks pretty good. That added a lot, actually. Okay. I have the wall, the blanket, and the rest of the books to do. So I have a lot of purples, kind of red, brownish tones, and obviously a lot of green. Let's do a little bit of blue. I'm going to use that same Wild Blue Yonder for some of these books. Just doing a little ombre with these three books here, so maybe it looks like they are a part of a collection. And then I really am debating on what to do for the blanket. It's like, do I do even more green? I don't know. I think for the wall, I'm gonna go in with Wild Blue Yonder, just to kind of continue that color so it isn't too vibrant up here. The main focus is down there. Okay, I like that. Okay. And I realize I have the floor as well. Do I keep going in with this? That's the question. I think I'm going to very lightly on the floor. Kind of doing an ombre, so really focusing it against the cabinetry. And then just fading that out. just like that. Very simple, a nice little touch of color. For the books here, let's do more of that chestnut color. Using a very light hand. Let's do this one too. And then I'm going to go very lightly with maroon for that bigger book here. Just for a pop of red. And then going back with chestnut to tone it down a little bit. Alrighty. And then the blanket. The blanket. I do not know what to do. What if we did a little pop of purple? Because there's purple in the pillows. I could do something to complement that. I could do my no-name purple crayon here. I would describe it as like an eggplant kind of color. I'm just gonna go very lightly, just doing swirling motions to blend everything in. And then maybe I will deepen up the shadows a bit on the blanket. And I think we will be good. The mug, maybe I should do something with the mug. We'll figure it out. Alrighty. I think just to warm that up a little bit, I'm going to go on top with maroon. Just avoiding anywhere where the shadows would be, because I'm going to go in with a touch of blue for shadows. Then going in with indigo to deepen up the shadows. And then I think, where did my purples go? Over here. For the mug, I'm going to go in with wisteria, just to continue that purple tone. And then I think we are done. Maybe I'll add a bit to the books here. Hello, Demi, welcome. I think that's it. Looking around, everything looks colored. So, let me grab my pencil. Today is the 9th. Yes, I remember you. Welcome back. Let's do the date in this corner. So, 12/9/25. Sign my name. And here we are. The finished piece. I think it turned out really cute. It's very cozy. I like all the green. I would want to be there. So that is it for today. I want to thank you all for joining me. And these are my previous coloring pages if you would like to check those out. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining me. That's okay. I appreciate you joining me, and I hope to see you next time.